Safety Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Ansello,
Here.
Mr. Baroff,
Here.
Ms. Boyce,
Here.
Mr. Howland,
Here.
Mr. John Lightfoot,
Here.
Mr. Willie Lightfoot,
Here.
Mr. Michike,
Here.
Ms. Taylor, Mr. Yolovich.
Here. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who's not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the December 16th, 2013 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. We'll move on to new business. Madam Clerk?
Referral 14-0011, accept.
Moved by Legislator Michike, seconded by Legislator Boyce. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barat.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, I just have a couple quick questions. One is, how many fugitives are apprehended under this program, typically during the course of a year, on average?
Through the chair, Commander Phelps and Sheriff's Office, I'd like to welcome all the new members of the Public Safety Committee. In 2013, they had 1,084 warrants served, an additional 930 arrests.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, just to clarify, so of the 1,084 warrants, all but about 154 of them resulted in arrests. Is that correct?
No, the warrants typically come with additional arrests. So if you serve a warrant and you find drugs on them,
I see.
that would produce the additional arrest.
Thank you very much. And then through the chair of the administration, just for my clarification, it seems as though there's approximately $32,000 plus the county match for overtime. About how many hours of overtime does that equate to? I know there's variance, but approximately.
Through the chair, it's approximately 800 and some hours.
Okay. Thank you.
If my math's right.
Okay. Is there any other discussion? Legislator Yolovich?
Chairman, we're going to have any trouble absorbing the small decrease in the funding?
Through the chair, this money is used exclusively for overtime details, and so with the decrease of funding, we'll do fewer details. So it does have a negative impact because we'll possibly catching fewer fugitives. So the more money we get, we'd certainly like to have.
Any further discussion? Okay, we'll move for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Referral 14-0012.
Moved by Legislator Boyce, seconded by Legislator Yolovich. Is there any discussion? Legislator John Lightfoot.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was reading through this referral, and I could not find the number that was referenced. The Fund Center 3805-019300 and the operating budget. Could the administration provide me with the page number that I can find this information via our electronic CD budget? To you, Mr. Chairman.
Through the chair, Kristen Musil from the Sheriff's Office. I believe it's through the Court Bureau funding, cost center funding, but I'll have to get back to you on the page number.
Thank you very much.
Any? Legislator Willie Lightfoot.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, to the administration, there's 5 positions, existing positions, or are there 5 existing positions, or will they be created through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration?
Through the chair, these positions are already created. There's no additional positions being created.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Referral 14-0013,
Moved by Legislator Yolovich, seconded by Legislator Howland. Is there any discussion? Legislator Boyce.
Through the chair, if I could ask the Sheriff's Department, how many deputies were requested to serve Marketplace Mall during the holiday season, sir?
Through the chair, we had 2 deputies assigned during the month of December. The normal mall deputy that's there full-time year-round. We had an additional seasonal deputy to avoid decreasing in manpower and the calls for service on the road. But typically, on a given day during the mall season, every deputy in Henrietta will be at the mall at some point during the day.
And follow-up question through the chair, can you tell me how many calls for service were reported inside and outside of the mall?
Through the chair, the calls for service between December 2nd and December 31 was 286.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any further? Yes, Legislator Barath.
Through the chair of the administration, am I correct to assume that this is being brought to us after the fact because this was an unanticipated service that we provided for the Marketplace Mall?
Through the chair, that is correct. There was a request in December as calls for service were going up, and the mall requested it, and we provided that additional service, and which was a great benefit to us because the deputies would have had to go there anyway.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, I'm not going to call this a suggestion, but I know that the body, the legislative body here is very flexible, and we work with the administration, I think it's fair to say, to respond to these unexpected needs. But this is something that we've been seeing more often than we have in past years, and I would suggest to the administration that we might want to develop some sort of process to have some sort of way of getting this to be approved ahead of time, or at least having a provision for it to be approved ahead of time. I don't have a solution, but it's not a best practice to be approving contracts after the fact, is what I would point out. Okay.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. Next item.
Referral 14-0014,
Moved by Legislator Howland, seconded by Legislator Taylor. Is there any discussion? Legislator Willie Lightfoot.
Mr. Chairman, to you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, are these new agreements?
Through the chair, I'm Jennifer Curley from the Sheriff's Office. No, this is not a new agreement. I believe we've been doing this for at least 15 years since when I started working.
Thank you. Through the chair to the administration, how much money is this expected to generate?
Through the chair, we don't really know those amounts until we have cases and arrests and seizures. I don't think we've been given an amount.
Okay.
They have ranged from, just for the Sheriff's Office, from anywhere from $40,000 to $300,000.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Legislator John Lightfoot.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to follow up on that last question by my colleague, we're just trying to predict what we expect for generated income. So if we have done it for the last 15 years, then is there some type of report or analysis of what we have collected over those 15 years to give us an average of what we are, or is this number of 40,000 to 300,000, which is a big variance, the number that you're officially given us? Or is there a report that you can generate through you, Mr. Chairman, to this administration?
Yes, through the chair, the funds acquired through seizure are a part of our annual report, which is on file on the internet.
Cool.
I'd be happy to provide those numbers to you for the previous years, but because it's dealing with seizures and whatnot, it's hard to predict the next year, but we can give you past years, certainly.
Thank you very much.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion passes. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Legislator Willie Lightfoot.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Through you, Chair, to the administration. While I was working one day, we had an incident where, right naturally I work at the fire department, where we were having issues with the 911 system. It went down for a period of time, and I know it made news and different things of that nature. But through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, I just wanted to know like an update on the condition of like what really happened there. I know what was said on the news, but I didn't really understand it, and I'm sure maybe others may have not understood what happened. Are you familiar? Do you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we'd be more than happy to provide that information to you and look into it. It's something we just don't have at our fingertips.
Thank you.
Anything else to come before the committee? Okay. There being no other matters, the January 27th, 2014 meeting of the Public Safety Committee stands adjourned, and the next meeting of the Public Safety Committee will be held Monday, February 24th at 5:30.